This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yes, with that performance in the series opener against the Mets at Fenway Monday night, the Red Sox have pulled you back in. We welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime baseball play-by-play announcer and show host. MLB on ESPN Radio, college baseball on the ESPN networks, Longhorn Network, ACC Network, SEC Network, 10 years in the minors, national show host, ESPN Radio, satellite radio, and a guy with a dangerous amount of useless baseball information. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, both free and available wherever you get your podcast. And be sure to like and also follow our Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to discuss the bullpen. We're going to discuss Hunter Dobbins. We're going to discuss the collective Mets and Red Sox fans Yankees suck chant. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation, watching live with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button. Join the Sox conversation. Also, we encourage you or implore you or just simply ask nicely that you hit us up and follow us on the X at Lennox on Baseball. We can continue the baseball and Red Sox conversation there as well. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. So, the Red Sox pick up a victory in the series opener, something they hadn't done in their previous 4 series, a 3-1 victory. This easily could have been a lopsided win for the Red Sox. Didn't happen. Okay, they didn't hit a lot with runners in scoring position, but they got an early lead for Hunter Dobbins, and then the bullpen. Nothing to complain about. The 4 relievers combining for 4 1/3 scoreless innings.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Hunter Dobbins. Alex Cora, by the way, congratulations to the Cora family. Alex's daughter celebrating graduation and graduating from Boston College on Monday. So Ramon Vazquez pushing all the right buttons and making the moves. Maybe he was getting text messages from the manager from Boston College, the campus of, who knows. But, hey, the Red Sox win this game. 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position, 9 left on base. I'll get into that. And I want to talk about Kodai Senga specifically with that and starting pitchers against the Red Sox recently because I feel like it's a disturbing trend. But Wilson, Weissert, Slayton, Chapman combining for 4 1/3 scoreless out of the bullpen, giving up just 3 hits total, walking a couple of batters and striking out 3, 4, 5 batters as well. And how about one number of the night right off the top? 3 double plays turned. The reason I bring it up because Chapman got a 4-6-3 double play to end it, and the Red Sox all of a sudden, yes, an error in this game, but that's okay. That was on Wilyer Abreu that set up runners at the corners against the Red Sox bullpen, but able to get out of that. But the Red Sox turning the double plays of late. 3 in the victory on Monday night. 3 double plays turned, and they seem to be doing that of late. They had 3 in back-to-back games. And the Red Sox, I think now 9 double plays turned. Yeah, 9 double plays turned in the last 5 games. So a tip of the cap to the Red Sox bullpen. It was on social media, and I was looking at it. Hunter Dobbins, opportunity to face Lindor for a 3rd time in that 5th inning. Instead, Ramon Vazquez, Andrew Bailey go to the bullpen. Wilson gets the final out. And our at-bats, I'm going a little fast here. We're going to get to your comments in just a moment. But my at-bat of the night is actually 2 at-bats of the night. And the first one I just mentioned, Justin Wilson coming out of the bullpen and basically a situation where it's 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Dobbins got Taylor on a strikeout, back to the top, Wilson on with runners at the corners, and Wilson strikes out Francisco Lindor. It was a 10-pitch at-bat. And then Slayton coming in. Similar situation with 2 down and 2 runners on base. In the 7th inning, Slayton comes back and gets Lindor, 1 pitch, out, final out of the inning. That was a 4-3 groundout. So 2 big at-bats in that game for Wilson against Lindor in the 5th inning, again in the 7th inning for Slayton. He gets Lindor, and then Slayton comes back in the 8th inning. And he gets Juan Soto on a comebacker. He strikes out Pete Alonso, and he gets Nimmo on a fly out to left field, 1, 2, 3. and Slayton retired all 4 batters that he faced. Great job by the bullpen. The bullpen has been up and down, up and down, and up and down. And on a night like this, where they're asked to get that many outs in the game and they come through, terrific job. Now, the Red Sox getting on the board early in this one, which was great. 2 runs in the first inning against Kodai Senga. Duran gets it going. A double on the first pitch of the game. That extended his little hit streak to 6 in a row. Devers a walk. Bregman, wild pitch, moves the runner in from third with a ground ball out. And then Trevor Story comes through with a 2-out RBI single to make it 2-0 in that first inning. And again, number of the night, the Red Sox have not scored a ton of runs in the first inning so far this season. In fact, of late, they really haven't scored a lot of runs in the first inning as well. But they get 2 against Senga in the first inning. And I'm going to make a point on Senga here in just a minute and then get into your comments. But the Red Sox, again, now have scored 30 runs in the first inning this season. That through their first 49 games on the year. But just 4 first-inning runs with the 2 tonight over their previous 17 games. Now, this is what I want to say about the offense. Because, yes, you get the runners early on, but third time through against Senga, 0 for 8 with 1 walk. Dobbins can't face even the top hitter, and Lindor. And I really, recently Bayo got on him 4 2/3 innings, not happy. It was a start at home, and he turned his back on Alex Cora because he wasn't allowed to get that final out in the 5th inning and didn't qualify for the win. Dobbins, I really didn't have any issue with it. 2 times through the lineup. And his stuff seemed to fall off just a little bit. So Dobbins, again, doesn't get credit for the win, but the team wins the game. They win a low-scoring game 3-1, and they win against a team that just dropped 2 out of 3 against the Yankees in the Bronx over the weekend. And I don't want to hear, the Mets were tired because they played Sunday Night Baseball. Will Fleming, I think, made the point on WEEI and the Red Sox radio network that, hey, if you play Sunday Night Baseball, you should have Monday off. I'm not going to disagree with that, but the schedule is what it is. They played in the Bronx, they got up to Boston, and they played Monday night. But the Red Sox take the series opener. Lots to like. But again, Red Sox on notice. From me, Locked On Red Sox Postcast, from you as well, our everydayers, and maybe even our first-timers, you've got to show a whole heck of a lot more. Because Sunday should have been a win. And Sunday should have been a series victory against the Atlanta Braves. But that was an ugly series overall when you look at it against the Atlanta Braves. I want to put it in the rearview mirror, but, man, going back and looking at that, Sox pitchers giving up 20 runs, 36 hits, 6 home runs, and 17 walks in that series. But that series is now in the rear view. You take in the opener. Walker Buehler comes back on Tuesday, his first start in the month of May, and you go from there. But Senga, and it seems like it happens a lot. Not that they had him on the ropes, but that third time through the lineup when everyone says, hey, you don't want a starting pitcher facing, third time through the lineup for any pitcher. Hitter's advantage. It doesn't seem like that's been the case with the Red Sox of late. Hitting your comments. Who's leading us off? Baconator Sr., lead off with the sunglasses on. All right. I'll give you the leadoff spot. No comment there, though. No thought. It's all right. Baconator Sr., you're our leadoff hitter. Maybe you're talking about Jarren Duran, the leadoff hitter. Jarren Duran, and here's a great thing for the Red Sox early on. But again, this should have been almost a 5-6-7-1 ball game if the Mets were held to just 1 run by Dobbins and the 4 relievers. You had opportunities to add on. You did not do it. That still drives me crazy. Well, it's 1 game. No, not 1 game. This is a thing with the Red Sox, especially in this game where they didn't have just, the bottom of the lineup do up with a 2-out rally or anything. No, they had Bregman up. They had Abreu up. Abreu did break an offer at the plate with a double late in the game, but, second and third, and he was, left stranded. Trevor Story picks up an RBI, but still just 1 base hit, and I think 6 RBIs in his last 24 games. That's brutal from Trevor Story. We know that. Geez world, I like Dobbins, bats heating up. I think the bats are heating up. But Jarren Duran, finishing my point there, double, triple in his first at-bats, 2 at-bats in the first 2 innings. That is terrific. Getting Duran to the plate as many times, especially early on, as you can. Geez world again. What a tear Duran has been on. Absolutely. And I don't think this is just the start. He was on a tear there. I think he had hit safely in like 17 of 18, reached base in 18 or 19 in a row, and then had a little bit of a funk, but now really coming on again. And his approach last night, Or Sunday afternoon against it was Saturday night. Had a base hit on a breaking ball, stayed on it, pulled it through the right side. That was terrific to see. Cody checking in. Let's just hope the bullpen again gain some confidence with the performance tonight. Sick of the consistent inconsistency. Yeah, we all are, Cody. Absolutely, and absolutely dead on. Not only with the bullpen, but also defensively. Errorless baseball, by the way, in the series over the weekend against the Atlanta Braves. 3 double plays turned again on Monday, including the game-ending double play spun by Aroldis Chapman. Patrick, okay, let's build off that win. Solid performance on D and from the pitchers. Patrick, it's like you read my mind, but you had it there, and it's the first time I'm reading it. Yeah, build on it. And I think all of us, shame on us, because it's no longer fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on us. This is fool me for going back to last year. How many times? Combine your fingers and toes, combine my fingers and toes. It's a lot. So you've won 2 out of 3, but show us something here. Come back with Walker Buehler on the mound Tuesday, clinch the series, and have an opportunity for a series sweep against the Mets on Wednesday. Hey, the Mets swept you at Citi Field last September, obviously in the rearview mirror in a different season, but return the favor here in May in 2025. Baconator Sr. back at it. Still stranding a lot of runners on base, but much better overall. I think it's coming around. I do think it's coming around. Ethan, I was expecting the lead to get blown away every inning, and it never happened. Hopefully not a fluke. I understand. And I said this last year with Kenley Jansen, and I was sort of thinking it, especially when Chapman, hey, let's not kid ourselves. I don't know how windy it was, but Will Fleming, Mike Monaco on the radio side, that's where I was on Monday night for the series opener against the Mets. It was windy at Fenway. Pete Alonso, probably a first-inning home run. Again, Jarren Duran plays the wall perfectly and left. They challenge it. Alonso ruled safe initially with a double in the first inning and called out. Challenge successful. Juan Soto thought maybe he had a home run. And can we talk about Carlos Narvaez for just a moment? And Will Fleming and Mike Monaco talked about it. Here's the one point. If the Red Sox are now going with the majority of the time with Carlos Narvaez behind the plate, that's great. But I caution you right now on May 19th, beware of wearing him down. Okay, that's the one thing I don't want to say. Hard contact, gets on base in later at-bats in the game. And then you might have to run David Hamilton for him on occasion. That's fine. How about Hamilton getting a second straight start? Fine with that too. Christian Campbell, a little breather. Yes, continuing to take balls at first base. How long it's going to be before we see him start at first base, I don't know. But he's taking balls there. And maybe it's in the next week to 10 days. Jules, good win, but I'm not fooled. Still a 500 team. No, they're not. They're a game under. Jules, yeah. Runners in scoring position. Jules puts 1 for 11. That was there. Absolutely. Hey, more of your comments, more numbers of the night. Red Sox pull off the victory. Man, we want to feel good about it. I feel just as good tonight as I did on Saturday after the Devers walk-off home run. But after Sunday, again, this has to be the beginning of a stretch. Okay, you've won 2 out of 3, but rattle off 9 out of 11 here, and especially on this homestand. You take 3 in a row from the Mets. You take 2 out of 3 from the Mets. Okay, hard to sweep a team. Hard to sweep a team like the Mets, first place in the National League East. But you've got Baltimore coming to town, and they're still reeling. So this needs to be a successful homestand. You take 2 out of 3 from the Mets. You take 3 out of 4 from Baltimore. Then you go from there. But this is the longest homestand of the season of 10 games. 6-4, 7-3. Really, I want 7-3. This is one where you really want to pedal to the metal and move forward. Again, keep the comments coming. Red Sox pick up the victory. Could have had it on. Didn't. But hold on for the 3-1 victory. And the twin killings, 2 for the price of 1, not once, not twice, but 3 times in this game, including a game ender in the 9th inning, tossed by Aroldis Chapman, who picked up the save, 7th on the year. Maybe I'm not as giddy as I was on Saturday, but again, I think we're building here. I think the Red Sox are starting to build. Maybe the turnaround is here. Locked On Red Sox Postcast presented by Wonderful Pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they are packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. New to Wonderful Pistachios? Well, let's tell you this. You may really learn to love the no-shell variety. Perfect grab-and-go snack for busy days. Whether you're snacking at your desk, on a road trip, or just need a quick protein boost, they are going to become your go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, there you go. In-shell options are certainly a classic favorite. Wonderful Pistachio is a complete protein providing all 9 essential amino acids. These little green wonders do pack a protein punch. No shell, Wonderful Pistachios for the grab-and-go ease, a satisfying crack of opening up each and every shell. It's like snack meditation. Whether you're running between meetings, dropping off the kids, Wonderful Pistachios, a snack that works as hard as you do. Get cracking, get snacking, and get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Locked On Red Sox Postcast also presented by FanDuel. NBA playoffs in full swing. Eastern Conference, Western Conference finals underway in the coming days. Every night delivering highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, never has there been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways to play smart and win big, more ways than ever to play both smart and also with that opportunity to win big. Maybe you're thinking right now Indiana is going to win the Eastern Conference Finals in 5 or 6 games against the New York Knicks. Maybe you're thinking Anthony Edwards is going to go for 30 or more or have 3 steals in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals against the OKC Thunder. You can play Anthony Edwards into a same-game parlay. New to FanDuel, perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com. Place your first $5 bet. If it wins, bingo, you get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Red Sox do pick up the victory in the series opener against the Mets at Fenway on Monday night. Lots of Let's Go Mets chants early on. Mike Monaco and Will Fleming certainly made note of the Met fans at Fenway Park. But, when Juan Soto came to the plate, I thought it was nice. Red Sox fans, Mets fans getting together, playing nice, and the Yankees suck chants were certainly heard on the radio as I was listening Monday night. And yeah. It brought a smile to my face, and don't deny it probably brought a smile to your face as well. Back to your comments in just a moment. Mention Walker Buehler getting the start Tuesday against Clay Holmes. Holmes, former reliever, back and pitching well as a starter for the Mets. And Walker Buehler is going to make his first start since late April as he'll go to the mound on Tuesday. Red Sox, again, had lost 4 straight series openers. That comes to an end. Now 8 errors in their previous 5 after going 3 straight scoreless games, 3 straight errorless games in the Braves series. 1 on Abreu fielding a ground ball and a base hit into right field. But take care of business. Red Sox can get back to 500 for the 11th time this season if they take Game 2 of the series on Tuesday night against the Red Sox. Again, the Red Sox did not add on in the 3rd, didn't add on in the 4th, left 3 runners on base in the 4th inning, left a couple of runners in scoring position in the 7th inning. Dobbins, again, things to like about him. He competes. Maybe he didn't have his best stuff, but he competes. Sure, I'd like to see him go 5. But I had no problem with how the Red Sox ran the bullpen, and the moves paid off. And credit to Wilson and Slayton for coming in high-leverage situations and getting the job done. Slayton now 5 straight scoreless outings. So he's had a couple of bumps in the road, but seems to be on track again, and that is great to see for Slayton and certainly great to see for the Red Sox bullpen as well. Dobbins, 66 pitches total, 39 strikes. But he was 15 of 18 first pitch strikes. That's huge. That's almost like scoring 2 runs in the 1st inning. You're ahead in the count. You're ahead after the 1st inning of the game. The Red Sox have been down early in a game a lot of late. And this is not just late. This is the last couple of weeks. And that makes the starting pitcher act like they have to be perfect, very fine the rest of the way. And again, this was a good game all around. Yes, you can nitpick, and it's not nitpicking, because it's bringing up what I think is a serious issue with runners in scoring position. When do you think we see Campbell at first base? That's from G's World. Jules checking in with mid-June. I think it could be a little sooner, but Jules, I think you're onto there. I think that's probably where you got it right there. By the way, there was a big promotion from AA to AAA. Our guy, Josh Nixon. I know I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but he goes up. He goes up to AAA. That's big. What's the nickname there? Walker. Walker gets the start. I believe he comes off the IL and goes. And then Jules throws in Ferris, as in Walker Bueller. Ferris Bueller. Jules, you're doing a great job, man. I appreciate you being on board. Red Sox die hard. I know I've said I wasn't going to follow the Sox anymore, but I say things I don't mean. This team can drive you mad when you care so much. Red Sox die hard. All's forgiven. We're good. And feel good about this one. I don't know if I feel as good as the Monday night victory as I did the Saturday night victory, but it's awfully close. Baconator Sr., I think, is laughing and crying at you, Red Sox diehard, but that's okay. I'll never abandon my team. I don't think you will either. And when you say things like I'm done and I've crossed this team off and I'm going to go find other things to do this late spring, Memorial Day weekend, and into to July 4 and then to Labor Day, come on, Red Sox die. You're Red Sox diehard. You're not going anywhere. It's in the name. It's right there in the name. Patrick, where are you? Senga came in with a 1 ERA. This is not a good game to complain about the offense. Yeah, it's the first time he's given up 3 runs in an outing this year. The first time since, dates back to last season for Senga. We're not complaining about the offense. We're just simply pointing out what this offense is capable of. They had opportunities against Senga. And again, third time through the lineup, 0 for 8 with 1 walk. Had opportunities. The password, thank you very much, just moved up to AAA. Jules, Ron, Keith, Gary said Devers should have run to third base on a grounder up the middle. Your take. Where was that one? Again, I watched this on the radio. Listen to it on the radio. So I'm not sure where that was. Marcus, yes, clear adjustments are being made with the bullpen approach. More to be made accurate. Red Sox look solid today. The password. Thank you, Austin. Yeah, he's up to AAA. So he's going to play. He's going to move up. So there could be a move coming. I don't know if there was an injury at AAA, Wooster, but the password is now up at AAA for the first time. And he's another guy to pay attention to because he's coming strong too. Mentioned Clay Holmes, Walker Bueller pitching matchup. Red Sox can make it 3 out of 4, get back to 500 with a victory on Tuesday, and a win on Tuesday would also clinch the series as well for the Red Sox. Lots to like, but again, this team needs to show you going forward. There needs to be a consistent stretch here. You need to have a winning homestand. You've taken the first one against the Mets. You beat a very good pitcher in Kodai Senga. So add on to it. Let's have the same feeling Tuesday night with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. As always, we tip our cap to you, and we want to acknowledge our sponsors as well. Wonderful Pistachios and FanDuel. Supporting our sponsors with Locked On is supporting us as well. Locked On Red Sox, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, win or lose, every day.